Hello and welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath and intuitive card reader. I'm here this evening to do the general monthly reading for the sign of Virgo for the month of March 2017. I just got sidetracked in my thoughts for a moment there. Sorry. So that's what we're doing. General reading. For those of you not familiar with general readings, it means this may or may not pertain to you or resonate with you on a personal level at all. Maybe none of this reading will mean a darn thing to you. For others, some will take some away from it, and for others, it might hit home in 100%. If you want a personal reading, just to be all about you, you would require a private reading, and I do provide that service. The information for that can be found down below in the description in the more area. Please read through that once, and then you can just send me off an email to my personal email, and we'll set something up for you. For those of you that are new to YouTube, you see the red subscribe button beneath this window. If you click on it, you subscribe to my channel, and every time I post anything new, you'll be notified, usually through your email notifications. Subscriptions are free for those of you that are new. You can leave anytime you'd like. You can also find Bay of Fundy Fortunes on Twitter, Blogspot, Google, and under Bay of Fundy Fortunes on Facebook. You're welcome to join us there as well. Sometimes we get a little more action going on there in between the monthly readings and whatnot. Once this has been posted, I'm going to wait a week, and I'm going to start doing weekly readings, especially for March so far, to find out, and we're going to follow week by week how the month is unfolding and rolling out. So that might prove to be interesting. This is for Virgo. General monthly reading for Virgo. March 2017. Oh, I wish you guys could hear that surf out there. That's a big surf out there tonight. It's just pounding on the beach. It's beautiful. And we've got fog as well, which is eating up all our snow. It's just like an acid to snow. It eats it right up. I love it. Time for winter to be over now. We're having an early spring. I wonder what the month of March is going to hold for the sign of Virgo. All right. Right there. Here we go. Let's see what Tarot's brought in for your attention. Let's see. First card Tarot's brought to your attention is the World. It's about regeneration. This is your overall energy. Okay. I guess I need to get you guys back just a little bit. There we go. Second card, your wealth and your finances, is the Hermit. It's about contemplation. Somebody's thinking about sharing their wealth. I wonder what that's all about. It's just what I heard. Chariot, movement. Your third card, your hearth, your home, your love, the people in your life. Number 4, your challenges. 2 of Cups is about partnership. These are your challenges for March. Number 5, sensitivity is the meaning, Queen of Cups. And this is your message from Spirit. When the messages have been exhausted on those 5 cards, I put one certificated from the deck of tarot. And anything that hasn't shown up in the reading here, the 5-card spread, will be pronounced with the deck of tarot card, the significator. Anything that needs to be reinforced in the importance of it risen up a level will show up in that card as well. First card, the World, regeneration. It's a good card to have. That's not bad at all. Life is regenerated and renewed, and finally you will find success that you have been looking for. There will be a celebration. There will be an end of or a completion of a job or a relationship. This is a landmark happening in your life, Virgo. Huge changes, major changes. And some of you will be traveling soon as well. Big travel trips coming up. The advice of the card is to celebrate what you have achieved and embrace all opportunities that come your way. You're going to be feeling renewed, full of energy, motivation. The world right now can be your oyster, Virgo. How wonderful is that? You can't get any better than that in a card. Your keywords are success and completion, celebration, beginnings, travel, motivation, and renewal. Some of you have been putting in some time waiting for this time to roll around. Some of you are feeling, I've paid my dues and now's my time. Big changes coming up. Moving for some, selling a property, buying of a new property, moving on to, some of you it's the same job, just a different locale, transferring. It's going to benefit you in the longer run. It's going to keep everything fresh, light, and exciting as well. Second card is your finances and wealth. The Hermit. It's all about contemplation. Okay. This is an important time for quiet reflection when the Hermit ever shows up. This time you go off into the woods or into your closet to spend some serious reflection, to absorb the things that have now happened recently. Some of you may be pushed into this position of becoming hermit-like, having it forced upon you, or some of you will see an opening. Things will slow down or come to a complete stop. You're going to take advantage of that time to do some self-reflection. It's a perfect time to do it. So welcome this retreat. Don't feel lonely. Rejoice in having time alone. That's a real gift. That's a special gift. Know that your inner light is guiding you at this time, so have no doubts that you might walk down the wrong road or the wrong trail. You can't do that because right now you are where you are supposed to be. You're heading in the right direction. Know that there's an inner light that's guiding you along this trail as well. It's destiny for you. For those of you that are alone and single, you won't be alone forever. For those of you who find yourself alone an awful lot, to the point that maybe there is loneliness, that's not going to last forever. That's all going to come to an end very shortly. You'll take on a more normal way of living. I don't know quite what that means. As opposed to not normal. Not normal is being alone a lot, feeling lonely. We're humans. Human beings are not meant to walk through life alone, for one thing. But you're going to find yourself, all this empty free time that you've had is going to start slowly being filled in. Your life is about to become meatier, fuller, rich, and I mean rich in every sense of the word, financially, but where it matters as well. The important things in life. Any overwhelming relationships that you may have had or are having, try to put some distance between yourself and them. This is not going to serve you any purpose. Matter of fact, if you allow that to go on, it's going to hold you back, and this is not the time. Destiny is saying it's time for you to move on. It's time for you to grow and get your ducks in a row. The advice again is do not resist any alone time that seems to come your way. Because for some of you, this is going to be a time of healing and contemplation, and to find the answers to what you need. Because you have some questions, and you're asking yourself at this time in your life: is this where I want to be? Is this where I want to spend the next 20 or 30 years of my life? 40 for some. Depends how young you are. You're really seriously questioning it. And you know, if you're questioning it, that should tell you right off, a little red flag going off, saying something's not quite right. There's something you feel you're missing. You're not being fulfilled in the way that you feel that you could be. You're okay with the way things are right now. But do you want to settle for just okay? Do you want more? These are things that you're going to ask yourself. Spending time alone on your own is where you're going to find your answers. So says tarot. You're going to learn to become reacquainted with yourself and know parts of yourself on a deeper level that you weren't really aware of before. Keywords are thought and retreat, inner journeys. There's a lot of that going on in the readings for March, an awful lot of you. And for some of you, life can go on around you while you sit and you contemplate. Life will go on. You're being afforded a luxury, really, to be able to do that, to be able to go within yourself and have time for yourself. That is very important. Money's not an issue for a lot of you Virgos right now. It's just not. Actually, you're thinking about what good can I do? I've been blessed. I've been fortunate. I've been highly favored. And some of you are getting a little, if I don't do something worthwhile, what if I lose it all? Whatever drives you, whatever is your driving point, your inner knowing will tell you what's right and what's wrong. Third card, your hearth, your home, people in your life and your love. Chariot, movement. It's all about movement, moving forward. Must be late because the details of this card have to be brought out. It's a major arcana. It emphasizes even more the importance of this card. It's time to make some serious progress in your life because some of you are feeling like you are missing something. I'm not talking about missing the latest vehicle, on the market, or missing on a trip of some kind. We're talking about missing out on the stuff that makes life worth living. And it's not stuff per se. It's the stuff you can't see. The stuff that comes from inside. Some of you feel like you're missing something. There's a link. That you've almost got it all. But there's a link. That's where the introspection comes in with the Hermit. That's what you're searching for. Again, travel is highly favored right now for some of you. Any moves connected with work as well. The card is here to signify that every aspect of your life is about to surge forward, because that's what the charioteer is all about. He's all about forward movement. You may need to treat some people around you with care, because this card is a card of high energy rather than sensitivity. The card reveals that good timing and being aware of your ego will be essential if you're to keep your show on the road. An additional meaning of the card is acquiring a new car or another vehicle. And what did I just say about that not being about that? But that's for a few. It's not all of us every day that can just go out and buy a new car, a new vehicle of some kind. We just, let's go buy a new boat this year. It's not about that. Very, very rare. The advice of this card is time to actively for you to move forward with your plans, to keep your ego in check when you need to, and enjoy this time of power and motivation. Your keywords are journeys, determination, willpower, progress, friction, guidance, and protection. Some of you are feeling, again, something is missing, and you're not going to find it in a new car, a new outfit, a new home, a new place to travel, a new place you're not going to find what you're looking for in that respect at all. It's just not going to happen. You've got to go within yourself and find out what's really important in life and what is life really all about. You're searching for some answers, and introspection is one good way to start. You start within yourself. You're not going to find those answers anywhere else. It's like that movie with Julia Roberts, Eat, Pray, Love. Watch that movie. It might help. It just popped into my head. That's what I heard. Eat, pray, love. And get your life on track where you need it to be and where you want it to be. Your want to is very genuine. It's very real and very sincere. And, you're almost near tears saying, I need to know what the answers are that are going to make me feel complete at 150%. I don't want to be 98%. I want to be at 150%. That's where I want to be. I don't want to be empty. No empty spots within myself. Everything I feel, it needs to be filled. This is probably for some that seem to have it all. Virgos are very successful people. They lead really good lives that way. But if you're an empty shell, within, what's the point to it all? You know, you got to think about that. Who you having breakfast with? Who you sleeping with? Who you waking up to every day? What unfolds each day after your feet hit the floor? What are your days like? Are they fulfilled? You want to do something of substance and something of meaning. And start within your own. If you feel you need to, start within your own people, your own family, the people that are immediately connected to you. Make sure that every moment counts. Fourth card, your challenges for March. Virgo's the Two of Cups. It's all about partnerships. These are your challenges. This card is here to protect love, equality, and a meeting of the minds. And some of you are going to meet somebody that is like-minded, and you're not going to believe it. You're going to be saying, too good to be true. This isn't real. I've never connected on this level with anybody before. So is this some kind of joke that somebody's playing off of me? Am I being set up? A lot of mistrust there. The card is showing you it's all real. It's the real deal. When you get the meeting of the minds this way, when you meet somebody like this, it's going to benefit all your relationships once you let yourself go and you say, okay, I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go with the flow. That's what I'm going to do. This could be a very healing time for relationships as well. A smoothing out of rough spots. And you need to know that all will be well, despite your suspicions that are almost comical. Paranoia could set in for some of you, thinking this is wrong. What's wrong with this picture? I warmed up to this person too quickly and they warmed up to me too quickly. It doesn't mean romantically. This could mean many different things, such as a work partnership or just a friendship and a fellowship. It's almost like your twin flame, as they call them, your mirror image. Hold on. Some of you may be hearing about an engagement or a marriage, or you may find yourself, as I said, that meeting of the minds of somebody involved in an emotional investment in a shared project. This is also a healing card. So in your relationships, if any of them have tested you recently, it reveals that all will be well. So you're going to be okay in that respect. You can expect someone close to you to show you their love and know that they are trustworthy and dependable. We need to have that in our lives, at least another human being we know we can go to, someone we can trust ultimately, beyond any doubt. Somebody that you would trust with your life. We all need somebody like that in our lives. We're not meant to travel alone. We're not meant to be lone wolves. And some of us pull off that way. I understand that. I really do. But right now, for a lot of you Virgos, you're needing that place, that go-to place. The advice of the card is appreciate love and trust in your relationships. And there's your challenges for the month. You're having a hard time putting your trust out there. With even established relationships, for some reason, you may have been shaken up a little bit. Your keywords are soulmates and karma, love, intimacy, connection, healing, and union. And Virgo sometimes has a problem and struggles with intimacy. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that it holds them back and stops them and prevents them from experiencing the true joy that is there for the taking, just for them. They hold back. They're afraid. They don't want to make a mistake. They don't want to live with regrets and resentments, because Virgos, that's not their bag. That's just not their thing. Living with regrets is just unheard of. They're very giving people. They're very kind-hearted people. You look into a Virgo's eyes. I know there's a bad one in every bunch. I'm probably going to get comments on that. Well, I knew a Virgo. you know. But I've known Virgos too, a lot of them, and they have a kindness behind their eyes that the other signs you can't really pick up on that easily, but that's one of the first things you see about a Virgo is this kindness and this softness and vulnerability, like an innocent child. It doesn't take a lot to hurt them. They're extremely sensitive at times. It's just the way they are. Most of us aren't aware of that, though. So sometimes we can be a little careless with, our mouths or our thoughts and opinions, not knowing that we're, almost devastating a Virgo that happens to be within earshot or be exposed to that. And they can take things the wrong way a lot of the time, overreact and think that was meant for them. It wasn't meant for you. It's just people being people. We can't all walk around on eggshells. Virgo needs to get a bit of a tougher shell, so that they don't take everything so personally and so much to heart. Really, experiencing more pain in daily life than you really need to. So some of you are going to struggle with with relationships with other people, and it's almost like that saying is too good to be true is going to be rolling through your head for the month of March. Your last card in your message from Spirit is the Queen of Cups. I just said this. It's all about sensitivity. Sensitivity. See? That's what I just said. Sensitivity. The advice of this card. Usually if you're looking for something, the only way to find it is to give it of yourself first. And then you'll find it. It'll come right to you. Right to you. You'll attract that. If you're looking for someone to nurture you and to feed your emotional side and your emotional state and your intelligence, usually if you put that out there to somebody else that you figure that needs it, you'll get that back. Not from that person, but it'll come from somewhere else. This nurturing that you need to be nurtured once in a while and babied and coddled and taken care of. And you need to feel protected and you need to feel safe. Safe is a big thing with Virgos. They need to feel secure and they need to feel safe in every single aspect of their daily life. It is a very much of a need for them. If they don't have it, they're lost without that. They have a hard time identifying with who they are if they don't have that security. They need the security in their life, maybe more so than the rest of us do, because that helps define them to themselves on who they are. It's just part of the personality. It's the way they are. The keywords are love and nurturing, generosity, protection, caring, and emotion. It's a very emotional card. It's your message from Spirit, and it is a general reading. Please remember that. Now's the time to be openly loving towards your friends and your family. This card shows up. She's an energy that offers loyalty and creativity. Any projects, any projects that you have on the go are going to thrive. Focus on your relationships, especially with your children and your closest friends and your family right now. And for singles, be emotionally ready to fall in love because it's coming. That's a great thing. It's wonderful. All right. I've been saying this all evening and all day. All the cards, all the readings are all about an inner journey going on. It's all inward. I don't think people are feeling lost right now. I think they're trying to discover more of who they are. That maybe they're missing something all this time. And there has to be more to me than what I know. There's got to be more. There must be more growth going on that I'm missing. This kind of thing. And Virgos don't like not knowing what's going on. I'll tell you that too. They need to know and they need to be on top of everything that's going on around them and every happening. They don't like being surprised. They don't like having things coming out of them from left field because Virgos are organizers. And you walk into their home and they're usually sterile. They're so clean. You can look under their bed, you're not going to find no dust bunnies. You can open up drawers, and you won't find everything is lined up and everything is in its place. And they want their personal life to reflect that as well, that everything has its place and everything is in order and under control. There's no loose hairs popping out anywhere, metaphorically speaking. There just isn't with a Virgo. They're very, very tidy, and they're all about order, and they can't rest if everything isn't in order. They can't. They're tortured by things that are out of place in their life. So they're wondering, have I got it all? Did I do it right? Did I miss anything? And some of them are searching for that. Did I miss anything? What did I miss? Here's the thing. They're very orderly and strict within their own realm of what is their life. They're very accepting of other people that are not. That's the giving part of Virgo. Like I say, they're very kind, very patient people, very giving people, very loving people. But they're so sensitive. They hurt so easily. You can see that in their eyes, how kind they really are. Yes, 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 I hear the voices going, bull crap. So-and-so, they were the worst son of a B.O., you know. You get that with every sign. But the ones that I've known, that's been my experience with them. Really, very kind, but very loving people. They have beautiful souls, the ones that I've known. Sorry, people, for those of you that haven't had the opportunity to know somebody like that. It's all in the eyes. As they say, the eyes are the soul, the souls of the windows to the soul. And in the case of Virgos, that's usually the case. Whereas I'm a Cancer, I can hide things. I can shut down. So you're not getting in. Nobody's getting in. Nobody's going to see really what's going on. So I'm the total opposite. And that's my sign. That's the way we are. We just close down and shut down. It's just the way it is. We don't do it to be hateful or meanful. It's for self-protection is what it is. All right. There we go. Okay. The Five of Wands. Bear with me. Bear with me. Wands. It's green, right? Yeah. These are color-coded, a little easier to find. Oh, really? Okay, the Lord of Strife usually appears in a reading that's going to indicate quarrels and conflict and discord. I would say those are your fears. Your fears are of quarrels and conflict and discord. This is why you're doing some searching. You're trying to stay ahead of this. There's rarely anything of value to be gained from disharmony introduced by this card. In fact, it will often indicate argument for argument's sake. You know what that means? A whole lot of nothing is what it means. Argument for argument's sake. That's stupid. It's really stupid. Not the card or the tarot, but that there are people out there like that. They all argue just for the bloody sake of arguing. And it's stupid, and it makes no sense, and it's a waste of people's times. Virgo, you're going to be okay. You know, you're going to find what completes you and makes you who you are. You've got a good life. Don't overanalyze everything right to death either. I feel like some of you could do that, and you're capable of doing that. Overanalyzing everything. Making things worse than maybe you're thinking, well, there's more going on here than meets the eye. And maybe there's not. Do you ever think of that? Maybe there's not more going on than meets the eye. Don't create your own problems. And Virgos can be warriors. Yes, they can. They certainly can. So anyway, Virgo, that was your reading. Please tune back in. If you haven't subscribed, do that, because we're going to be going on with the weekly readings. I think I said that earlier. I'm not sure. You're going to be my last reading for tonight. I'm halfway there. So, I got 6 more to go. But so far the readings have all been about inner journeying, inner discovery, inner searching. There've been an awful lot of that going on. Not so much other people on the outside that you deal with every day. Yes, they're there, and yes, there's good and there's bad with that, but there's more of an inner journey going on. Like, why do we put up with the people we put up with and the crap that we put up with every day? Why? We don't know why. Why are these people in our lives? We don't know. They're just there. Anyways, Virgo, I hope that this resonated with you in the best of ways. I hope you enjoy your month of March as well. I just want to give a little plug here to Intuitive Candles at intuitivecandles.com. I'm not showing the candle because it's been burning for the last couple of hours. I'm not touching it because with my luck, I'd burn myself. But give them a visit. It's a soy-based candle. It smells beautiful. This one, as you can see, is Fundy Breeze, and it smells like, it smells like the Bay of Fundy. It's beautiful, clean and fresh and refreshing. Also, there's soy-based candles, and at the bottom of the candle, when the wax finally melts down enough, there's a special gift and a reveal at the bottom of that. My very first one came, and I received a aventurine stone, which is good for intuition, the third eye, and a list as long as your arm. It's good for everything. It feels fantastic. I really, really like it. The second candle that I had was my rose quartz, which is just stunning. It's beautiful. I love it. It's good for grieving hearts. People going through things like that, which I'm going through right now, over the loss of our Zoe. But anyways, I'd like to thank all my current subscribers from the bottom of my heart. You guys rock. You guys are the foundation of the Bay of Fundy Fortunes tarot channel, and you're appreciated beyond words that I could never express. Me with the big mouth. Me who likes to write. Me who has a lot to say. And I can't find words that are appropriate to thank you guys enough. I'm just really glad you're here. I'm glad that you like the readings. And that's what makes it worthwhile for me. I know I'm not doing them for nothing. And you guys look forward to them. And I love it when you ask about them. Also, thank you for all your likes and your shares. Google Plusing and all that good stuff like that as well. So I think that's about it for now. I hope to see you all back here in about the end of the first week of March. We'll start the weekly readings. And, between now and then, please try to enjoy March. It's the beginning of spring. And it's a wonderful thing. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And I hope to see you all back here real soon. But for now, from my heart to yours, take care, be careful, enjoy life, love life, live it to the fullest. Don't overanalyze anything, Virgo. It's not good to do that. Sometimes your life is wonderful. It is what it is. You can add more to it, and you can easily take it away too. So, and if you guys are ever looking for me, you'll find me right here, or right down below there, always sitting, watching, and waiting for the next high tide. Thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you back here real soon. Bye-bye.